FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
Together we can and we must enter this new era of global financial responsibility. Our security depends on our cooperation as well, because in the 21st century, our security is shared. We know the threats from global terrorist networks to the spread of deadly weapons, yet we also know that embedded in this time of danger is the promise of a new day, if we have the courage and the commitment to work together. We Americans are hopeful that we can, as the President said in his inaugural address, do our part to help for a new era of peace. Let me give you some evidence of how President Obama seeks to have America lead again. The United States is committed to more active diplomacy under President Obama. He has already taken concrete steps in his first few days in office. He's named Senator Clinton, now Secretary Clinton, the Secretary of State. Ambassador Richard Holbrooke and veteran diplomat George Mitchell as special envoys. Mr. Mitchell has already traveled to the Middle East and is demonstrating active engagement early in the Obama administration, and Ambassador Holbrooke will travel next week. President Obama will work to support lasting peace between Israelis, the Palestinians, and the Arab world. He believes that all of us must do so as well. The European nation, the United Nations, Russia, and those who are present here in Davos. The President believes that the world has a responsibility to stand up to extremists in all forms, to terrorism, and to speak out broadly for values that demonstrate democracy, dignity, respect, and opportunity. Yet President Obama realizes that development will be important to usher in a new era of peace, and he intends to have the United States play its role in this arena. In this century, it is not simply a moral obligation, it is a security imperative. We know that poverty can sow conflict and extremism. We know that disease spreads across borders. All of us must do our part to help fight poverty, to continue the fight against diseases such as HIV and AIDS and malaria, and to help nations develop their own capacity to govern, support the rule of law, fight corruption, and provide opportunity for their people. Finally, I want to talk about one challenge in particular that threatens us all. That's global climate change. If left unchecked, global change will create violent conflict, torrential storms, shrinking coastlines, and irreversible catastrophe. Instead of sitting on the sidelines, President Obama has made it clear that the U.S. is ready to lead the global effort to combat climate change. To signal his administration's commitment to seeking global solutions to this crisis, President Obama and Secretary Clinton have named Todd Stern the U.S. climate envoy. The President has made it clear that we Americans will do more to develop new energy, raise fuel efficiency standards, and address greenhouse gas emissions. And we will also ask more of other nations in the negotiations to come. This must be an effort that engages all of us in our various sectors, and in all our creativity and dedication must be unleashed to solve these problems of our times. So, as you can see, from our economy to our security, the many problems of the 21st century, under the leadership of President Barack Obama, America stands ready to lead again. We have begun to act. A new era of responsibility is here. The question is, will we meet this challenge together? We stand ready to work with you as partners, to listen to you first, even and especially when we disagree. We will act with the knowledge that our fates are intertwined. We will ask more of you and more of ourselves in the coming days, weeks, months, and years ahead.